What if I told you that every single pizza box ever made could form a tower so tall it might poke into space? Sounds insane, right? Let's see how far this greasy monument to human snacking could actually go. Today, we're taking on one of the weirdest questions you've probably never asked. What happens if you stack every pizza box humanity has ever produced into one giant tower? Would it topple? Would it snap? Could it survive wind? And just how high would it go? Could it actually touch space? We're going to crunch the numbers, fight physics, and push cardboard to its absolute limits. Okay, first things first. How many pizza boxes are we dealing with? Globally, we eat a lot of pizza. Like 5 billion pizzas every single year. And nearly all of them come in cardboard boxes. Add that up across decades, and humanity has likely churned out over 200 billion pizza boxes since they were invented in the 1960s. For simplicity, let's say 200 billion. Example detail. Standard pizza box, about 4 centimeters tall, 1.5 inches. Stack 200 billion of them. End to end gives that's 8 billion meters, or about 8 million kilometers tall. To put that into perspective, the moon is only 384,000 kilometers away. Our pizza box tower would stretch more than 20 times farther than the moon. Forget the Great Wall of China. This would be the greatest tower of grease-stained cardboard in history. But okay, let's dial it back. You don't even need the full 200 billion to reach space. The Kármán line, the official edge of space, is just 100 kilometers up. Divide that by the height of a pizza box, and you only need about 2.5 million boxes to breach space. That's just one afternoon's worth of global pizza consumption. Humanity eats so much pizza, we could build a space tower every single day. Here's where the dream collapses, literally. Pizza boxes aren't designed to hold much weight. Stack a few dozen, and they're fine. Stack a few hundred, and the bottom ones already start to bend. Stack millions, and the bottom layer would be crushed into pulp before you even got out of the atmosphere. That's called buckling under compressive load. In engineering terms, cardboard just isn't strong enough to hold up the sheer weight of itself. Example comparison. A single pizza box weighs approximately 150 grams. Multiply that by 200 billion equals 30 billion kilograms. That's heavier than 3,000 Eiffel Towers stacked on top of each other. Even if somehow the boxes magically didn't collapse, you've got another enemy, the wind. Earth's atmosphere is brutal to tall, skinny structures. Skyscrapers sway because of wind load. Our pizza box tower, it would act like the world's longest, flimsiest sail. Even a gentle breeze at ground level would snap it like a breadstick. Higher up, winds in the jet stream rip at hundreds of kilometers per hour. And then there's the Kármán vortex street effect, where alternating gusts cause rhythmic shaking. That's the same force that can tear bridges apart. Goodbye, pizza tower. And we haven't even talked about weather. Cardboard absorbs water. Imagine one rainy afternoon, your billion-dollar box tower just turns to mush and collapses in a soggy mess. Even if it were sealed, the temperature changes would be brutal. Near space, you're at minus 100 degrees Celsius. In sunlight, the cardboard bakes at plus 120 degrees Celsius. Expansion, contraction, and brittleness would shatter the tower long before it reached space. So, stacking pizza boxes into space is basically impossible. But the real challenge is, could you ever engineer a version of this that actually works? Could we reinforce the boxes? Could we stack them in some other clever way? Or is pizza box space travel forever doomed? Let's get creative. Suppose instead of raw cardboard, we compress the boxes into dense blocks, like giant bricks. Suddenly, the structure becomes much stronger. Add steel reinforcement, and maybe, just maybe, you could build something tall. But then you've basically turned pizza boxes into concrete. It's not really a pizza tower anymore. It's just recycled building material. Another idea: lay them sideways to distribute the load. Still, wind will always be the deal breaker. Physics simply won't let a paper tower reach space. But here's the punchline: you don't need the tower to stand. If all you want is the height, you already have it. Humanity has made enough pizza boxes to stack past the moon, past Mars, past Jupiter. Our cardboard empire would stretch into deep space itself. It's a silly thought experiment, but it shows just how absurdly massive our consumption is. Every bite of pizza leaves behind not just crumbs, but part of a mountain of cardboard that, in theory, could brush against the stars. So could you stack every pizza box ever made into a single tower? Mathematically, yes. Physically? Not a chance. Wind, rain, gravity, and the fragile nature of cardboard all make it impossible. But on paper, literally, we've made enough to stretch millions of kilometers into space. And that's a reminder of both the scale of human appetite and the bizarre fun of asking what if.